Hello there, and welcome to the Bit of Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. Hope everybody's good. No football, no Leeds United this weekend, which is probably good, isn't it? Really, to be quite honest, after the dire performance on Sunday at Forest, and yeah, we probably all need a little bit of a break from Leeds United playing games of football. It looks like Daniel Farke has a little bit more time on his Leeds United managerial career, having been given potential in the next five to save his status as the manager. Obviously, I think we all know which way it's going. Excuse me, but today we're not here to talk about a preview or anything like that. It's a transfer rumor. Rumors round Leeds is back, and with January around the corner, the odds transfer rumor is filtering through. There's one that we're talking about today. And it's a bit of deja vu, everybody. It's been a deja vu. 3.5 years on. We're talking about the same player who has surfaced as a target for Leeds United again in the last couple of days. And that is Mr. Gonzalo Plata, the Ecuadorian winger at Flamengo. And if you know the channel, if you've heard me speak about it before, I do love my Brazilian football. Myself and my twin brother James have a Brazilian football podcast talking Brazil ball. Go and check that out. I might even put the link in the description. So we love our Brazilian football, and every time a player based in Brazil gets linked, I do like to do a little bit of I do like to have the focus on him and all the rest of it because obviously I do follow the Brasileirão, the Serie A. And Plata is playing for Flamengo. Now, we were linked with him back in the summer of 2022 as a replacement for the one and only Rafinha, who obviously departed. He hadn't departed yet when the rumours surfaced of Plata coming to Leeds, but he was thought as a bit of a replacement for Rafa, who obviously subsequently went on to Barcelona. We didn't sign Plata in the end. He was at the time on loan at Valladolid from Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. He was at Sporting at the same time as Rafa, but I can't find any information to say that either of the two of them played together at Sporting. I think they may have done, but I think Rafa did depart quite early on as Plata was coming up. He is a few years younger. Plata now 25. At the time we were linked with him last time, he was 21. Just spent a season on loan in Spain with Valladolid in La Liga B, in the second division. They did get promoted that season, and they did sign him subsequently. He did have a season in Serie A, and then went on to Qatar for a bit, and now has rocked up, I think since 2024 at Flamengo. He's an Ecuadorian international, played ironically against a manager who was trying to sign him at Leeds back then. Jesse Marsh played up against him for his country last, I think it was yesterday, in a 0-0 draw. He played the second half of that 0-0 draw in Canada against Jesse Marsh's Canadian side. And yeah, Plata, a right winger. Obviously, we do need new attacking players. Obviously, it's as clear as day. Whether we need wingers, I would say we do. I would say in January we need at least two or maybe even three players here that we attacking players, whether they're wingers or out and out strikers. Now Plata can play as a striker. He has played the most recent Serie A game as a striker in a 2-2 draw against Sao Paulo. Now, feisty one you are. He seems to be a bit of a feisty player. Does Plata two of his last three games, he's got the red card. So sent off in two of his last three games. One of them was in the Copa Libertadores semi-final second leg. Now, Flamengo saw the game through and are in the final, playing up against Palmeiras. And for those who don't know, the Copa Libertadores is the equivalent to the South American equivalent to the Champions League. So Flamengo are in the final. Plata has played his part in that. 7 appearances in the Libertadores this season, but I think, don't quote me because the rules are a little bit sketchy sometimes in Brazil, but I think obviously that may see him suspended for that final, which happens in a couple of weeks' time against Palmeiras. So I don't think he'll play in the final. But 4 goals in the Brazilian league so far this season. Flamengo are vying for the title up against Palmeiras as well, who are currently top. But yeah, Flamengo have had a brilliant season under Felipe Luis. Plata has played up in a lone striker role or on the right wing, generally. Um, yeah, and obviously, like I said, 45 minutes for his country last night in a 0-0 friendly draw with Canada. Yeah, looks a player. Obviously, 4 year, 3.5 years on from looking at him before. He's done all right, and it has nearly doubled the amount of caps that he had back then. I think 25 he had. He's now got 46 for his country at 25 years of age. He's pretty much a regular in the squad for them. So yeah, tricky little player would do a bit of a job, and like again, relatively cheaper option. He was 10 million back then. I think Flamengo might demand about 15 million for him now. So I don't think the hike up is that much in the 3.5 years. So would be a decent signing for me. And like I said, I always love to see a player coming from Brazil into the sort of Premier League, and particularly if it's Leeds United, then we've got a real, we've got us definitely got more of weight in his career, obviously. So I'd be very interested for this one to happen. It's interesting that he has come up again as a target. A couple of other Premier League teams are in from it. That the reports that I've seen have said. Most likely, like West Ham and Bournemouth have been mentioned, I think. So let's wait and see. Want to keep an eye on as January approaches and the new year approaches. Obviously, we're now sort of mid-November, so it's about 6 or 7 weeks off, isn't it, now, the new year? So obviously, as we ramp up now, rumours are starting to surface. Obviously, attacking options are very much needed because whoever's in charge, I don't think it'll be Daniel by the time the January transfer rolls around. So, whoever's in charge, we need more attacking options because look, and if it's a winger, Aronson is the man in the hot seat at the moment. On the other side is Okafor, but I don't think Okafor will be dislodged. So it's Aronson, he likes him over Harrison. Obviously, Dan James and Willie Gnonto can't stay fit, really. So Plata would be another option. And like I said, he can play up top as well. So can Okafor as well, can't he? So it's just another option for me. If you're getting Plata in, you're playing him as a winger, and you're getting another striker in that you need as well, hopefully. But let's wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Any Flamengo fans watching, what can we expect from Plata? Would it be a good signing in the Premier League? And all the best to you guys for for the Libertadores final and the run in for the Brasileirão. Let's see if you can get what would be a famous double, of course, under Felipe Luis. So let's wait and see what happens there. But let's wait and see as well what happens with Gonzalo Plata. Will he be a Leeds player come at the end of the January window? Let's wait and see. Give me your thoughts in the comments there below. Marching on together, and I'll see you on the next one.